The untold story of Seraph in the Matrix. One character in the Matrix fought Agent Smith in hand-to-hand combat and won, and it wasn't Neo. His name is Seraph. And when Smith confronted him, the agent himself admitted defeat.
I have beaten you before. Yes, true, but as you can see, things are a little different now.
In the next 12 minutes, I'm going to reveal Seraph's complete untold story, from his origins as a literal angel in the first failed Matrix, to why he's powerful enough to defeat agents in combat, to the unsolved mystery of his golden code that connects him directly to the Oracle herself. We'll journey through 3 different versions of the Matrix, witness a betrayal that enraged the Merovingian, and finally decode the relationship between Seraph and the Oracle that might be the key to understanding the entire trilogy. Because here's what most Matrix fans don't realize. Seraph isn't just the Oracle's bodyguard. He's a survivor of not 1, but 2 catastrophically failed Matrix simulations. He's a former agent who literally cut off his wings to escape deletion. And his power level is so extreme that he remains the only program in the entire Matrix, aside from Neo, who has repeatedly defeated Agent Smith in combat. We're going to start in the Paradise Matrix, where Seraph served as a guardian angel with actual wings. Then we'll discover why he cut them off to survive the Nightmare Matrix, where he spent a century working for the Matrix's most dangerous exile. And finally, we'll uncover why Neo saw Seraph glowing in that mysterious golden code, the same code he only saw in 2 other beings in the entire franchise. By the end of this video, you'll understand why the Merovingian called Seraph Little Judas and was absolutely terrified of losing him. You'll know why the Oracle trusted him with her life above all others, and you'll discover why some fans believe Seraph's golden code means he might be even more fundamentally connected to the Source than Neo himself. This is the complete story of the fallen angel of the Matrix. To understand Seraph, we need to go back to the very beginning, back to when humanity first fell and the machines trapped the survivors inside one of the first beta versions of the simulation, the Paradise Matrix. You see, the first Matrix wasn't like the world we see in the films. It was designed to be perfect, a utopia where no one suffered, where everyone would be happy, but it was a complete disaster. The architect himself explains this failure.
The first Matrix I designed was quite naturally perfect. It was a work of art, flawless, sublime, a triumph equaled only by its monumental failure.
The human mind simply couldn't accept this perfect world. Despite its beauty, despite its lack of suffering, entire crops of human batteries were lost because the simulation was too good to be true. People rejected it at a subconscious level. And this is where Seraph enters the story. In the Paradise Matrix, Seraph was a type of agent, but his role was different from the Smiths we know from the later Matrix. Yes, he was meant to protect the facade of the simulation, but with far less extreme measures. Seraph's job was to protect the humans themselves and correct any issues in the paradise around them. He was a guardian, a protector. But as the Paradise Matrix continued to fail, as more and more humans rejected the program, the entire simulation began to collapse. And when a Matrix version fails, the programs that ran it face a terrible choice. Seraph stood at a crossroads. He could return to the Source and be deleted, replaced by a better program designed for the next version of the Matrix. Or he could run, hide, become what the machines call an exile, a rogue program refusing deletion. But here's where the story gets truly fascinating. It is believed, and this is supported by references throughout the trilogy, that the agents of the Paradise Matrix had wings. They were designed to appear as angels in this perfect world. Seraph wasn't just called a guardian, he was an angel. When Neo first meets Seraph and questions his methods, Seraph explains his philosophy.
You do not truly know someone until you fight them.
This reveals something profound about Seraph's nature as a guardian. He doesn't just protect, he authenticates through combat. This was built into him from the Paradise Matrix days. Think about it. A perfect paradise where guardian programs appeared as divine beings, watching over humanity in their utopia. It makes perfect sense. But when the Paradise Matrix collapsed and the Nightmare Matrix was being created to replace it, Seraph knew those wings would give him away instantly. The new simulation wouldn't have angels. It would be darker, harsher, designed to make humans accept suffering as real. So Seraph made an agonizing choice. He cut off his wings, a literal fallen angel, mutilating himself to blend into the next simulation. to escape deletion and survive in a world that was about to become a nightmare. Later, when Seraph takes Neo to the Oracle, he demonstrates he's more than just muscle. When Neo asks what he is, Seraph responds,
"I protect that which matters most."
This shows that even after cutting his wings and surviving 2 Matrix collapses, Seraph's core purpose remained unchanged. He was still a protector at heart. But cutting off his wings wasn't enough. Seraph still needed to hide from the Architect's control to avoid the deletion protocols that would hunt him down as an exiled program. He needed help, protection, a way to smuggle himself into the new Matrix. And that help came from the most dangerous exile in the entire system, the Merovingian. After cutting off his wings, Seraph found himself in the Nightmare Matrix, the second failed attempt at creating a stable simulation. And this version was the complete opposite of Paradise. Where the first Matrix was too perfect, the Nightmare Matrix was designed to embrace human suffering, darkness, and fear. The machines thought that if Paradise didn't work, maybe horror would. It didn't. But that's a different story. What matters is that Seraph was now a fugitive in this new world, hunted as an exiled program that refused deletion. And that's when he met the Merovingian. The Merovingian was famous, or rather infamous, for one particular skill: smuggling programs from Machine City into the Matrix. He would hide exiled programs within constructs, places beyond the Architect's direct control, and smuggle them into new simulations where they could continue to exist. The Merovingian himself describes how the system works when talking to Neo and Morpheus.
I am a trafficker of information. I know everything I can.
This is how the Merovingian built his empire, by trading in secrets and smuggling programs that should have been deleted. Seraph was just another commodity to him, another asset to be used. You see, the Merovingian himself was an outdated program, meant to be replaced by newer, better code, but he refused. He built an entire empire of exiles, programs that should have been deleted, but chose survival instead. The Merovingian saved Seraph from deletion, and in return, Seraph joined his growing army of exiles. If our estimates are correct, Seraph worked for the Merovingian for at least 100 years during the Nightmare Matrix. A century of service to the Frenchman, 100 years as one of his most valuable soldiers. And remember, Seraph was already incredibly powerful, a guardian program from the Paradise Matrix with combat abilities far beyond normal agents. He became the Merovingian's ultimate weapon. But then, inevitably, the Nightmare Matrix also failed. Just like Paradise before it, this second attempt at controlling humanity proved unstable. The machines prepared to restart the system once again. This time, they brought in a new program to solve the stability problem, an intuitive program designed to understand human psychology at a deeper level, the Oracle. The Oracle added something revolutionary to the third Matrix: choice. The illusion of free will gave the simulation the stability it needed, but it also inadvertently created what the Architect calls the integral anomaly, the One. At some point during this transition, the Oracle met Seraph, and she made him an offer. She offered him a new job, one that was remarkably similar to his original profession, his original purpose back in the Paradise Matrix. She needed a protector, a guardian, and Seraph accepted. He vowed to protect the Oracle, returning to the very role he was designed for all those centuries ago, not as an angel in paradise, but as a guardian in a flawed, choice-driven world. But there was one problem with Seraph's decision. He was abandoning the Merovingian, betraying the exile who had saved him from deletion. And the Merovingian was not the forgiving type. The Merovingian was furious when the Oracle took Seraph away from him. And we see this rage centuries later in The Matrix Reloaded, when Seraph escorts Trinity and Morpheus to meet with the Frenchman. The moment the Merovingian sees Seraph, he says,
"The prodigal child returns, l'ange sans ses ailes. Are you here for the bounty, Seraph?"
He laughs, mocking, then his tone darkens.
I do hope, however, she has the good manners to learn her lesson, and to remember that there is no action without consequence. And if you take something from me, you will pay the price.
Notice how the Merovingian calls Seraph the prodigal child, the one who left and returned. But also notice the threat. If you take something from me, you will pay the price. The Oracle didn't just take any exile from the Merovingian. She took his most powerful weapon. You have to understand, Seraph isn't just strong. He's in a category of his own, more powerful than the current agents of the Matrix, more skilled than almost any program in the system. And we know this because of what Agent Smith himself admits. When Smith confronts Seraph in Reloaded, he says,
"I remember chasing you was like chasing a ghost."
Seraph responds,
I have beaten you before.
and Smith acknowledges it.
Yes, true, but as you can see, things are a little different now.
So why was Smith chasing Seraph in the first place? There are two possible reasons. First, Seraph is an exiled program. He refused deletion when the Paradise Matrix fell. Part of the agent's job is to eliminate any threat to the simulation, and exiles are considered threats. They create instability in the Matrix equation by doing things they're not supposed to do. In fact, the Oracle explains this perfectly.
Every story you've ever heard about vampires, werewolves, or aliens is the system assimilating some program that's doing something they're not supposed to be doing.
Seraph is one of those ghost stories, a rogue program that the agents have been trying to delete for possibly hundreds of years. The second reason? The agents might have been hunting Seraph to get to the Oracle, because she too is technically an exiled program, one who operates outside the Architect's complete control. But regardless of why they were hunting him, the fact remains, Seraph has fought Agent Smith and the other agents multiple times, and won. Think about that. In the entire Matrix Trilogy, only two beings can defeat agents in direct combat. Neo, the One, and Seraph. That's it. That's the list. This is why the Merovingian was so enraged when he lost Seraph. The Oracle didn't just recruit another exile. She took the single most powerful fighter in the Merovingian's army and made him her guardian. But Seraph isn't just a fighter. He has another ability that makes him perfect for protecting the Oracle. Seraph can determine a person's true intentions by fighting them. He works as a type of authentication program, validating and approving those who wish to see the Oracle and filtering out potential threats. He doesn't just fight to defeat enemies. He fights to read their code, to understand who they truly are. This is why he fights Neo before allowing him to see the Oracle. Not to stop him, but to verify him, to authenticate his intentions. The Merovingian lost all of this when Seraph chose the Oracle. No wonder he's still bitter centuries later. But Seraph's power goes even deeper than combat skills and authentication abilities. Because when Neo first meets Seraph and uses his ability to see the code of the Matrix, he notices something impossible, something that only appears in 3 beings in the entire trilogy. Seraph appears in golden code, not green like everything else in the Matrix. Gold. This golden code only appears 3 times in the entire trilogy. Seraph, the Oracle, and something Neo sees in the real world. So what does it mean? Some fans believe that programs from the first Matrix, the Paradise Matrix, are connected directly to the source. This connection manifests as golden code instead of green. Others think it represents a kind of spiritual enlightenment, marking programs that have transcended their original purpose. Whatever the truth, this golden code explains everything about Seraph, why he's more powerful than modern agents, why he can defeat Smith, why he's unlike any other program in the system. He's not just old, he's fundamentally different, a relic from the first Matrix, carrying code that no longer exists in the current simulation. But this golden code creates another mystery, because it links Seraph to the Oracle in a way we still don't fully understand. When Seraph escorts Trinity and Morpheus to the Merovingian in Reloaded, the Frenchman says something revealing.
And since you, my little Judas, have brought them here, I can only surmise that the fortune teller has found herself another shell?
The Merovingian links Seraph's presence with the Oracle being alive, as if Seraph's very existence proves she survived. What is this link? Is Seraph somehow controlled by the Oracle? Does he die if she dies? Are they connected at a code level we don't understand? The answer remains uncertain. But what we do know is this. Seraph isn't just the Oracle's bodyguard. He's connected to her existence in some fundamental way. The Oracle respects him, values his opinions, treats him as more than just a protector. And this relationship is about to be tested in the most extreme way possible. Because when Agent Smith becomes a virus threatening to consume the entire Matrix, the Oracle makes a decision that seems to contradict everything we know about Seraph's purpose. As the Smith virus spreads, the Oracle does something unprecedented. She tasks Seraph to protect Sati, a young program without purpose, instead of protecting her. This goes against his entire existence. His purpose is to protect the Oracle. Seraph takes Sati and runs, but they're cornered by the Smiths. Both are assimilated, absorbed into the Smith collective. When Neo finds an empty Oracle's apartment, he's confused.
But if that's true, then why is she here? If she knew I was coming, why wouldn't she leave?
Here's the theory. The Oracle sent Seraph and Sati away to be assimilated. She knew Smith would track them, use them to find her, and ultimately assimilate her too. It was part of her plan all along. By allowing Smith to absorb her, she gave Neo the opening he needed to defeat the virus. After the Smith virus is destroyed, Seraph returns. He and Sati search for the Oracle and find her. The three are reunited. Seraph retakes his position as guardian of what the Matrix calls the mother and potential daughter of the Matrix. We don't know what became of Seraph and the Oracle after the truce, but they remain integral to the Matrix's internal conflict. There's one more theory we haven't discussed. Some fans believe that Seraph could have been the one from a previous cycle, but that's a subject for another video. Seraph wasn't the only overlooked character hiding a crucial secret. There's another program who seems minor, but plays the most important role in the entire trilogy, the Keymaker. Most fans think he just helps Neo reach the source, but his true purpose, and why he dies at the exact moment his task is complete, reveals how the Matrix controls everything. I've broken down the Keymaker's real significance. Click the video on screen to watch it next.